Alright, welcome everyone. Here we are, hopefully winding up today. I have an idea it's going to be another batch of where it's cut off several places and you'll be chopped up video because it looks like it's going to be another put them together, let it set, put them together, let it set, put them together, let it set thing. But anyway, here we go, get started on it. The first step is going to be get the axles and cut them down to size. So I think eyeballing it, this one may be long enough to actually make up all three axles. So I'm going to start with that. See how that. There, need. Want. Probably. Let's see if I got something to. Looking for something to use as a good uniform depth gauge. That thing will be ideal, I'd say. That's. Maybe actually we're supposed to. It's not, but that's okay. So that actually, what I'm gonna do. Two of these deals. One on the inside, put on the wheel, put one on the outside, and leave it flush. And then, guess I better do the same thing on the other side before I mark it. Yeah. Another wheel. Another spacer. Oh, let me get that centered better. Wheel. Another spacer. Flush over there. And pin. So. Got me a good mark on my axle there. And since I'm doing it this way, I will use three separate pieces. So my second one. Flush here. Mark. Ooh. Make sure I mark the side that I'm marking. I should be marking on the side I'm throwing away, but I'm marking on the good side. I'll have to remember that when I make the cuts. But all right. And number 3. I have no idea if this is the proper way to do this or not, because the instructions are simply install the wheels. Yeah. I'm having really mixed feelings about this project. I'm enjoying the results. I think it looks good, but I'm not enjoying having to blindly stumble around and try and figure things out as I go. And as I said, there is a link on the front of the package to say this is, here's our YouTube tutorial, but I just don't think you should have to do that. Alright. Okay. Got my axles all marked up, and oh yeah, and also if anybody gets triggered by my dirty hands, I put some bed liner on my truck and I stained this hand pretty bad because the glove broke that I was using. So that's going to be an issue today and probably next week based on the reading. But besides that, I will go make the cuts and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. There's my, let's see if I can get that, how far is that going? There's the axles. I did 2 of them with a rotary tool and 1 of them with a hacksaw just to see. I don't know if it'll show, if I can get, probably going to focus on my hand more than my, get over here maybe. Nah, I just didn't want to focus on that. But okay, there it goes. Like I said, that's the rotor tool, and this is the hacksaw cut. It's sort of a trade-off. The hacksaw cut is probably a smoother cut through the center, but it's rough around the edges, so I did have to burnish the wood with the rotary tool after it was done. So, potato, potato. All right. Now, let's see here. So, double check, make sure I'm not supposed to put anything else on there. No, it's strictly run the axles through, put the wheels on. There's no none of the spacers or anything on these. I'm looking to see. Okay, the spacers go on the wheels after the fact, it looks like. That's like the final step, it appears. Are there 6 of those? 5? No, I got 4 over there. Yeah, that's 6. Okay. Yeah. So these little rings go on the outside of the wheels, like I said, after everything else is assembled for some reason. Okay, let's get this in there. But I will I think I'm going to go ahead and, since I measured them like that, I'm going to go ahead and put put them on the outside anyway of the first one, so I can keep that uniformness maybe. We'll go like this. And this, what I'm going to do, yeah. And this, yeah. So I'll do that 3 times and let it set up, and then go from there. Alright, so, and actually, I found a piece of plastic here. I think gravity is going to be somewhat of an issue on this one. I am going to put me a little plastic sheet here, because because it's going to be, I'm going to leave them stored standing up, so it's going to drain out the bottom. I think what I'm going to do is put a dab of glue on the end, maybe more than a dab, maybe a dollop. And run you through, and spin you, run that up and down a little bit to get some glue on it, and just let that So it's obviously not going to sit up perpendicular, but I think it will be close enough for our purposes. They're both, yeah. And I did go ahead and sand the outside of the wheel, so they're reasonably smooth. And maybe a little less of a dollop on the end of this one. Just use the last ½ inch of it or so, and maybe 3/8. Okay, and you on here, spin. Okay, and even less on this one. Just on the end. Spread it going through. Like I say, I'm counting on the glue to run just enough to go down into that spacer and hold everything together, and we'll see if that works or not. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up, and I'll see y'all, well, as soon as the blur goes away and comes back. All right, there we go. It appears they stuck pretty good. The glue seems to have dried pretty clear. That one, I don't know, it's got a wobble to it. But I think that'll still, like I say, be close enough for what we're doing here. Actually, I'm going to take this part of this off again. I think it'll just make it easier to work on these things. Okay. Now, yeah, this camera's just way too close. I thought I was going to try the new setup, but I don't think that's going to fly. So let me pause recording, and I will reset my camera, and then we'll continue. Okay, that's better. And it actually the glue didn't run that much, so it didn't stick to the... Okay, stay. Where did I... No. Still on the form. Thought I'd already popped these off. Alright. Now, this is going to be more difficult. So, let me use the box, drop that on there. Okay, so some in the hole. And here, spin, and flush it. And we're gonna hope for the best. And repeat 2 more times. And third one. Okay. Like I say, the alignment on these is probably not going to be perfect, but it's medieval, so I don't think they really had alignment tools back in the day. Alright, alright, so we'll pause there, let that set up, and I'd say we're getting really close to the home stretch now. So, alright. They're not falling off, so that's good. And a couple of them roll. Okay, they all roll. What's next? Oh. Darn, I should have got some of the pieces off before I started this. Okay. This is bad timing, but I'll be right back again. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what we're about to do. Because evidently we're supposed to use these rubber gaskets on some part of this, but I see nowhere that they would fit, especially not with that small a diameter of the hole. So I'm just gonna follow the instructions and go from there. Looks like first step's gonna be put make a solid shaft. So I got a little cloggage there. Alright, let's try that again. Just a little bit, spread it out nice and thin. These guys together and okay. Get our clamps on there and there. And do one in the middle too, just should have done the middle one first as usual. Alright, set you over there. Now we're supposed to, well, here and here, these all go together, are they? Okay. Looks like need to wait for that to get set up before we continue. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Let's see, I'm supposed to... Anything else going on here? Anything I can do ahead of time? No, I think those have got to be loose. I'm still trying to figure out. Does it? Oh, it's no. Doesn't fit in there either. Surely it's not. That's not. Yeah, but even if that did go in there, it wouldn't. That shaft didn't kind of fit through that. Okay, I can do this one though. This goes together too. Let's see. I'll make sure. I'm gonna roll the dice so I can get that done right. Just a little bit on each one to go. Right. And line up the. Well. Make sure. Yeah. Get that square lined up in the middle. Good, and grab a clamp. Alright. Like I say, I think if these little circles were the same, I might try that with this one, but I'm not confident that I can keep these lined up. Alright. So you all know what that means. Another break. Alright. I think we've got that in a few minutes now, and I still don't know where to put those gaskets. I don't see anything. This is the only place the rubber gaskets were mentioned, and I say they're not. Even looking on the image from where I bought it, it doesn't appear that's accurate. But oh well. I'm getting less and less surprised by this stuff now. Okay, let's see. So let's end up on. Right thickness. Okay. And I still haven't figured out why they didn't just use one of these dowels for that shaft. But yeah. And what I'm gonna have to do, rather than leaving, I'm going to have to put the glue on, line it up with the shaft, and pull it off the shaft and let it dry, because I want to make sure it stays lined up and isn't attached to the shaft yet. More cloggage. Not too much. Okay, so you on there. Flip you over. About half as much on this side, maybe. You on there. Nudge you around. Nudge you around. Line you up. Okay, oh, stay attached. Now I'll pop you off. Hope it stays. Try that again, put the glue on these instead of that this time. off. Make sure this thing does work. Okay, that did fit. Alright, so let those dry for a few minutes, and I have cut, it says 50 centimeters of this rope, or string, whatever you want to call it, to make the throw, or the mechanism, and string hook. And I'm not sure what all this stuff is. I'm looking for. They have this piece tied to the string, which I'm assuming what they're talking about with the hook, but it's not identified, and I don't see any small pieces of that shape. Still looking. That could be something. What is that? Of course, that's on the piece that's not got any identifiers on. I've got these over here. That doesn't really look like the picture. Let's see if that's on any of the others. Okay, it sort of looks like the picture from on a different page. It sort of looks like this one over here, doesn't it? Yeah. So it does have a place to tie it. Okay, I'm thinking that might be what we're supposed to be using for that. Okay. And in fairness, it's not identified on the paper or the board, so technically that's not wrong. Play the devil's advocate there for a second. Okay, back over to where I was. I forgot to silence that. Alright. Okay, so this. Okay, appears that one side of this gets attached to gonna stand up for me. Okay, I can do it on the side. Okay. I'm going to over, do a double slip knot here, which is if I can make my fingers work that small. Or maybe just a single slip knot. Like, I can do it. Okay. Or not. Okay, I'm not going to do it. So put that on there. And of course it slipped right out. That's okay. That thing untied. Okay, give me a little extra wiggle room here. Oop. Through here, maybe. Here again, maybe. Let it go too soon. do it. All right. It's fixed. So are there? Oh, only do 150 centimeter string. Okay. And on one end of the string, fixed with a hook. On the other end, fixed with the axle, which is what that is. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so those are probably, yeah, set up enough now. So it goes. Rubber gaskets for whatever reason. Okay, so put you back in the middle here. Those miscellaneous pieces. You go through this. Wait a second, I need this. Go through this. Which, oh. Through there. This goes on the inside. Come on. And through. And this goes on that side. Alright. And this goes on this side. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. Okay. And that is facing the right direction, right? Nope. I faced it the wrong direction. The teeth are like that. Alright. Okay. And before I fix any of this stuff together with glue, I'm going to make sure the whole assembly is ready so I can line it up. Still, okay. I was saying somewhere in there is supposed to be a rubber gasket, but I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to trim these up and put them in there. Okay. So, I guess this thing is supposed to be no, okay, it's not actually attached on that, it's just attached to the axle, supposedly. Come here. This. That part is working reasonably well at least. Okay. Now, E12. E10. Sounds like we're in for some weather. I don't know if it picked up on the microphone, but I guess nice little thunder burst there. 89. Okay, another one of the unperforated ones, I bet. Looks like they cut through all the way on this one. Jolly. Get my knife down in there maybe, huh? Looks that just, yeah. There's a piece on here and I can. Okay. Come here. Okay. New plan. Just I'm gonna go cut around it to get these pieces out. Okay. See, that's I've cut off that section with those 3 pieces. And if this don't work, I'll just have to make some of these out of some of the scrap over there. So let's see if I can break off this part that I don't need. Might be the simplest way to do it, I think. Alright. Alright. Now, same thing on the other side. Firm grip and break. Okay. I think that's gonna. All right. Maybe averted crisis. I don't know. Let's see here. With everything going on in the world today, I don't guess that was really a crisis, you know. But a micro crisis, nano crisis, something like that, maybe. Oops, forgot my glue again. Right. Now, so here on top, this goes in here, supposedly. There it went. Okay. The small one goes. To the other side. Nope. Nope. Need something a little sturdier. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Okay. I'd recommend needle nose for that rather than multi-tool. Now, okay, so goes on here. Yeah, and that would click in theory. So if we push this one, that one plays all the way at the edge. And this the rest of the way. I don't know why I'm messing around with that, trying to make that thing work. You can stay over there. Actually, I go all the way through, so let's just leave. There we go. Now push it back just a hair to make it loose. Just tap tap. No, still not. There we go. Alright. Do that. That would make. Should. I ran the cable on the wrong way. Okay, let me. Okay, so. start on one end. That's where I want you to end up, but I'm going to back you off so you can dry. Alright, now we let that sit. Okay, now, okay, alright, still spinning, still set up. Now what I'm going to do here, mark this thing, get it set up there, mark there, pop the U off, and whoa, well dang. That thing. Okay. Mark there. Hold it sturdy. Make sure the marks show up on both sides. Okay. Now, slide this over here. Dab the glue on that side of the mark, so as we push it on, it'll spread the glue out behind it, in theory. Okay, and marks there, slide it back and forth a little bit, spread the glue out, and get back on the mark. Alright, now let that set up. Like I warned you when we started, this is going to be a tedious process. Alright, so the instructions say, oh, pull these off. And yeah, since I'm here, I'll take with me. Okay, now we're supposed to take the tiny little screw and focus on that hole there. But there's a hole there, so let's. Okay, so now we got that situated. I think I'm only going to take maybe one or two more breaks before this is all said and done. Okay, then we other ring. And the string again. I think the string's supposed to go here and here where the holes aren't. It says to put a ring in the middle. So 1, 2, 3. They're not going to. I was hoping they'd slide together, but I don't think that's going to be long enough anyway. So do I have scissors? Yep, I got scissors within grip reach. Okay. So. I just realized why that wouldn't slide, because it's tapering down. Okay. Okay. Let me... Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the last of the string I'm going to need, so I may just go ahead and use all of it. Come here, you. Okay. Okay. It appears I've got plenty to go spare. Do a few more rounds here since I'm good. Okay. And then bring through the middle. Let's see, it's going. Ooh, oh, be that way. Well, that's going to be irritating. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just keep going. Doesn't seem like it should be this much of an issue. Okay, you come here. There we go. Maybe. It's amazing how the longer I do this, the less I care about whether it's pretty or not. Alright, let's just roll that. Get some more right here. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to leave it a little bit hanging off there just because. Okay. That's probably not right because I bet it's supposed to be hanging from the middle, but I'm good with that. I don't know if it's this thing. Okay. Put you off to the side again. And we're officially on the last page. All right. Now this. Okay. These two. And there. All right. And then that. Yeah. About. Okay. So. I'll be amazed if I can get this on the first try without everything falling apart on me. Stand up. at the ready to adjust things in. Get in there. Oh my. Well, y'all heard me. I am amazed. Now, against my better judgment, I'm even going to go greedy and try and put the whole thing together right now. Whoop. I think. Okay. Plastic out again here. All right. Wrong side. I think, yeah. Yeah. All right. All the parts are assembled. Somewhere in here. Okay, I need a 42mm rod, and I don't think they ever told us how big the No, they did not. They did not, so I'll have to measure. So 42mm for this basket, and then I need, we'll have to measure between these so I've got somewhere to put the throwing arm. Alright, so I'll go do that while this sets up, and then we'll put all these pieces together and be done. I know y'all looking forward to it, I am. Okay everyone, I think it's not really set, but I think it's set enough. Set that over here for the time being. I think we are ready for the final assembly. Let me raise this up just a smudge. There you go. Alright. Won't need any of that. Oh, stay in place. Yeah, maybe a little more of a smudge. Everything should be taking place about right there. Okay. I think the 42mm is for the top shaft, because that's way too long for that one. When I'm pointing that over there. Way too long for the counterweight thing. So, these go in up through there. Yep, on that side. Alright, and pop you in. Alright. And I hope I don't regret this. He came with a little bag of stones. I don't know if you watched the short when I got it. I'm assuming. Alright. We got our stones inside our counterweight. And counterweight side. And then the hole. Go through, right? No, you don't. You little stinker. Okay. Know what? I'm gonna do one more time. I'm gonna go get a drill. Be right back. I may regret it, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. It's been, around here we call it wallered out. Made room for it. Alright. Now, you go, scoop is up. One side, other side. There it goes. All right. And so, I guess I'll move the brake back. Assuming that's what the hook is for. And we, oh, put the brake on. Actually, it's supposed to, I don't think. Okay, so the big loop must go on the end, well, there. And those. Alright. Whoops, I missed one of my rocks. Yeah. It's together. I'm okay. Let's say that's completed. I think I've made it clear. This one, I like the appearance of the end result. I think it looks cool. But those instructions were just not up to par. So I'm gonna say I give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it was fun. It's a neat result. I didn't know I was dealing with glue rather than pushing, press and fit. But it's still, I think, I don't intend on doing another one, but I'm glad I did this one. That's what it comes down to. So I'll get this uploaded, and I'll post a short so everybody can see the final result before it's actually finished up. So it uploads tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, and I'll see you next time. Bye.